Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursdays at 3. I can't even talk today. It is Thursday, September 19th. I'm Annika Spalding. I'm the Community Relations Director here at the Amarillo Little Theater. And this is Thursdays at 3, a weekly live show where I get you caught up on everything that's happening this week at ALT. This season, we have our first ever corporate sponsor for Thursdays at 3 and ALT in 3. And our 97th season sponsor is Brick and Elm Magazine. Make sure to follow Brick and Elm on social media and pick up their September-October issue because it is so good. There is so much goodness in this issue, including an article called A Place at the Table. Just look at these front pages. I mean, oh my gosh. This article was written by Jason Boyette, all about our local agriculture and farm-to-table producers. And this is very cool too. I wanted to show you this so you can get a little sneak peek before you buy the issue, or just go ahead and subscribe. In the spirit of Halloween, there's even an article called Sister Act, written by Ryan McSwain, about the facts and folklore of an Amarillo ghost story. You've got to check it out. I'll show you right here. There's a little sneak peek. Brick and Elm is second to none in highlighting what makes Amarillo great. So if you don't subscribe, you're missing out. I'm just saying, you're missing out. Subscribe to Brick and Elm, follow them on social media to get all the updates about exciting things going on in Amarillo. It's always great if you don't have anything to do over the weekend. Brick and Elm will let you know what's going on in Amarillo. So be sure to check that out for sure. This is very exciting. In case you didn't already know, Jason Crespin and I were honored to attend the CNS Pantex Community Investment Fund Grant Awards ceremony. So much to say earlier this week, Monday morning at the Amarillo Area Foundation, where we accepted $8,712 as recipients of a grant for our Checkout ALT library program. We are so excited about this. This money will help us fund this important program where library card holders can check out free tickets to see ALT shows just like they would check out a book. If you didn't know about that program, get on board. Follow us on social media. We're always posting about it. It's so easy to check out tickets to see ALT shows. And we love this, especially for families who want to bring the whole family to see a show, but can't pay the $30 a ticket. Supplement that, use your library card and head over to the Amarillo Public Library, the downtown branch, or the Canyon Area Library, and check out tickets to see ALT shows just like you would check out a book. So exciting. Amy says, hey, Annika. Hey, Amy. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching Thursdays at 3. Gracie Hurt says, so exciting. Gracie, are you ready? Are you ready to get back on stage this weekend? Because I sure am. I can't wait to hear you shine all over again. I'm so excited to get back with everybody. Let's look at a few more pictures from our lovely trip to the Area Foundation, their brand new building. If you have not seen it, oh my gosh, it is stunning in there. I cannot get enough of that place. And there we are with Marley Hoggett, who was instrumental in letting us know about this grant. We are so grateful to everyone involved, the Area Foundation, Pantex. Thank you so much. Gracie says, beyond ready. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. And she has no chill about that, as you can see from the all caps. Gracie has no chill about coming back. Neither do I. So excited to see you tonight, Gracie. Okay, more exciting news. ALT teamed up with Brick and Elm last weekend and hosted the West Texas Waitress Pie Baking Contest on Saturday. And y'all, we have so many talented bakers in this city. So many. Our judges were some lucky people. I really wish I wasn't gluten-free. That is such a bummer for me. But look at these photos. Congratulations to our winners. Kelly Bullard. This is Kelly with her Appley Ever After pie. Renee Brain. Hi, Renee. Renee Brain for her Earl Has to Die chicken pecan pie. Matt Morgan for his After Midnight Performance Patron, aka Salty Drunk Nut Job pie. And honorable mention winner Adon Gonzalez for his In the Limelight Key Lime pie. Special thanks to our judges, Jason Crespin, Michelle McCaffrey, Jason Boyette, Tyler Llewellyn, and Leslie Meyer for agreeing to take on the very difficult task of judging all 20 of our amazing entries. Here's a picture of the winners. Oh my gosh, so excited. They got some pretty cool prizes, if I do say so myself. Very cool prizes. Vanessa Hill says, good afternoon, lovely family. Good afternoon, family member Vanessa Hill. So glad you're watching. Amy says, excited to see Waitress again on Sunday. Amy, I'm so glad you're coming back. We've had so many people come back to see the show, which tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? Malia says, love the pie contest. Malia, thank you so much for entering. Everyone who entered, we are so grateful. Your tangy twisted key lime pie was a hit. Thank you so much for entering the contest. And we're really hoping to do a lot more community events like that to kind of get our community involved and get new people in to see what's going on at ALT. So be on the lookout for that. We're working hard to bring many, many more events like that to the city. So keep your eyes peeled for that. You know what? Why don't we talk about this show that I'm in? I was like, what do we talk about next? Oh, okay, let's talk about Waitress. Waitress is entering into its third and final weekend of performances, and we can't wait to see you at the theater. If you haven't yet purchased your tickets, you can do that by calling our box office at 806-355-9991 or head over to our website at amarillo-littletheater.org. Get your tickets to see this show. It is something you do not want to miss. It's such a great show. Terry Wilson says, I loved seeing Waitress again. Tears streaming down my face again. Oh, Terry, that means so much coming from you. Terry knows what she's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Come and see the show if you haven't already. Also, if you have tickets for tonight, you might be in for a little treat. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Live theater, everyone. Things happen, and it might be a little bit different tonight in a great, great way. Just a different take. I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to give it away before my special guests get here. I have 2 special guests today. I'm very excited to talk to them. We'll bring them on as a surprise here in a little bit. But if you don't have tickets for tonight and maybe you want something to do, tonight would be a good night to get tickets. You should do that. It'll be really exciting. Also, while we're talking about Waitress, we need your help tonight and all this weekend for ushering in concessions. Did you know that if you help us out with that, you can see the show for free? I'll say that again. If you help us with ushering in concessions, you can just pop in and see the show without having to pay. Help us out with ushering in concessions because that's our way of paying you, is letting you see this fantastic show. So we are in need for ushering in concessions all this weekend. You can see the show for free. I'm not sure how widespread that info is. So please spread the word about that if you do ushering in concessions, you do not have to pay to see the show that night when you come and see it. If you are able to help, if you will please email our volunteer coordinator, Lissa at amarillo-littletheater.org, or just call our box office at 355-9991 to let us know that you're going to be there. We would be so, so grateful for that. Thank you so much in advance. There's so much going on here where we need tons of volunteer help. So I'm going to give you all of that information. Gracie Hurt says, we love live theater. Don't miss tonight. Amen, sister. Stacy Taylor says, Terry Wilson, I'm going again this weekend. Stacy, I'm so glad you're coming back. Thank you so much for supporting ALT and for coming and seeing Waitress again. I think it's worth at least a second watch, if not more. So thank you guys so much for coming back and seeing the show. Let's keep going with volunteer opportunities. There is also going to be a build and paint work call this Saturday for Charlotte's Web at the Adventure Space starting at 10 a.m. We are looking for 4 to 6 base painters. If you're able to help out, let us know and we will feed you. You can RSVP again to our volunteer coordinator, Lissa, at the information that you see on your screen. Go ahead and let us know if you're able to be there so that we can make sure to have an appropriate head count for lunch. But wait, there's more. Waitress Strike is going to be happening this Sunday at 5 p.m. at the main stage. We're taking down the set. Waitress is done. After the matinee, we will need all hands on deck. As always, BYOD, bring your own drill if you can. If we have enough help, this strike should go pretty quickly. So please help us out if you can. That would be so great. And then we can go home sooner. We love it here, but we don't want strike to take forever. So if you can help, BYOD, and help us out. Thank you all for all of your help. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, okay, I messed up. So build call, there's a paint call for Charlotte's Web this Saturday, September 20. Look close at that graphic. My special guest, I'm telling my special guest, look really close at that graphic. Saturday, September 21st at 10 a.m. at the Adventure Space. Anyway, that prank call is for Charlotte's Web. If you can help us out with that, that would be great. And while we're talking about the Academy's production of Charlotte's Web, get ready to show off just how radiant you are. The Charlotte's Web audition packet is available on our website. Roles are available for roughly 30 currently enrolled Academy students, grades K through 12. Auditions will take place this Monday, September 23rd, and Tuesday, September 24th. At 7 p.m. at the Adventure Space, with callbacks happening on Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Adventure Space. Do not miss out on your chance to help us weave this beautiful tale. We hope to see you there. So, so exciting to see those callbacks and auditions. So, so fun. Oh, Andrew Hawkins says, this is who runs our sound for Waitress. Seeing how much people love this show is amazing. The cast is brilliant and deserves all the love. Thank you for watching, Andrew, and thank you for everything you're doing for Waitress to make us sound fabulous out there. We're so grateful for you. Raquel, our sweet marketing director, made that graphic and she's laughing at herself along with us. 21st. I love you, Raquel. Oh my gosh, we have way too much fun around here. If you have any questions about auditions for Charlotte's Web, please email Academy Director Harrison at AmarilloLittleTheater.org or call our box office at 355-9991. Also, be on the lookout for an announcement about Academy Book Club. Those bookmarks will be ready very, very soon. And once they are, you can pick them up at the box office. We will let you know as soon as they're ready. They're not ready yet, so don't go to the box office just yet. But once they're ready, we'll let you guys know. And then you can pick up your bookmarks and start reading Charlotte's Web so you can get your stamp. You'll get your stamp on the back once you've read the book. Then you'll get another stamp on the back at our box office once you see the show, or if you're in the show, that counts too. Then we want you to read James and the Giant Peach, and we're going to have hopefully a collaboration with that I'll wait and chat with Harrison and talk to you about probably next week. You'll read James and the Giant Peach, get your stamp on the back once you've read it, then come see the show. Or if you're in James and the Giant Peach, again, that counts too. If you have all 4 stamps on your book club bookmark, you turn those into the box office at the end of the season, like in March, and you'll be entered to win a grand prize in April. We're very, very excited about this book club. So fun. While we're speaking about the Academy, I want to keep talking about a very exciting event that's happening not tomorrow, Friday, but a week from tomorrow, Friday, on the 27th. Attention parents, if you're in need of a night out, and what parent isn't, we've got you. We've got you next Friday, September 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Adventure Space. Drop off your 5 to 13-year-olds for an evening of theater games and activities in a fun and safe environment. Feed your kids before drop-off, and we'll have drinks and snacks for them. The cost is $25 per child, and the money will go to support our Showstoppers trip to Orlando next year. To reserve your spot, you can use the information on your screen. You can call our box office at 355-9991 or head over to tickets.amarillo.littletheater.org and you can purchase those tickets there. So excited about that. Okay, I have a merch alert. This is really exciting. You're going to be hearing a lot of things about that our Showstoppers are doing fundraising wise to support their trip to Orlando, where they're going to perform in February. Those are expensive trips, and we've got to help them get there. So in order to do that, they're doing things like the Parents' Night Out. You're going to be seeing them selling all kinds of things. Support them if you can. These trips can get really expensive, and you can get great products, including this merch I'm about to show you. So we have tote bags and water bottles that are specifically branded for the Academy that we would love for you guys to purchase. A portion of the proceeds will go to the Showstoppers, like a pool of money for the Showstoppers that they will then split for their trip to Orlando. I'm just going to show you a few of these products because they're very, very cool. I'll show you the water bottles first. They're glass, so be careful, kids and adults. Let's be real. These are so cool. This one says ALT Academy, and it says the place to be underneath, has kind of the ribbon, the banner on there. This one says the theater is my happy place. So cute. And it's in that purple type that we love, that purple ALT color. ALT, the place to be. And I speak fluent Broadway and sarcasm. Very specific people will definitely want. I feel like I'm racking up the names of people in my head who need that one specifically. But then we also have these really, really cool tote bags. This one says, the theater is my happy place. So fun. This one says, The theater is my happy place, but it's personalized. We can personalize that with your name or like with your favorite show. Very cool. You can personalize that however you want, I believe. This one says ALT, the place to be, and it's personalized. And then let's look at this last one here. Oh, yeah. I speak fluent Broadway and sarcasm. Is there one more? Yeah, the one with the banner on the front. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. I'm going to show you. Here's the tote bags order form. Looks like that. Has all the information that you need. You have like, I think the next 3 weeks to order your tote bags or your glass cups or both if you really, really love us. And who doesn't really, really love us? Again, that money is going to go to support our showstoppers. Pretty cool. Those are pretty cool. And Mr. Harrison is going to have those order forms in classes today. And then I think they'll be available on the website soon. And we'll post about that when that's ready to go. I don't think it's quite ready yet, but the order forms are ready to go. And if you have classes today, you can get those order forms there. Malia says, oh my gosh, I love the Happy Place water bottle. You got to get you one, Malia. You got to get you a water bottle and the matching tote. It's a must. You got to matchy. You got to get both. And why not personalize them? Come on. Megan says, love, right? I know. I'm already racking up all the ones that I'm going to need to get for us. So Harrison and his team are coming up with such great ideas to help raise money for these kids. It's so fun to send them on trips like this, you know, to give them a taste of what performing is like outside of ALT and give the world a little taste of how incredibly talented the ALT Academy students are, and specifically our Showstopper Show Choir. So if you see fundraising opportunities for these kids, try not to miss out because these trips get really expensive and we want to help them out as much as we possibly can. Okay, let's keep going with Academy and main stage collaborations. With A Christmas Story, the musical is coming to the main stage. We have roles available. Now, listen to me carefully. These ages are very specific, so we want to make sure to get the word out there. We posted about this today, so you can go on our social media and find more information, or on our website. We have roles available for ages 8 through 12. Find more info on our website at amarillo-littletheater.org/audition-information. Let me see if I have that banner up here. I don't think I do. Oh, no, I do. If you go to that website right there, you can get all the information. The audition packet I don't think it's up yet, but like it says on your screen, roles available for 7 boys ages 8 through 12, 5 girls ages 9 through 12, 8 women 18 and older, and 8 men 18 and older. So that is a show that will probably sell every single seat, every single night. People love Christmas around here. Christmas Story is a classic. If you're not catching it 24 hours a day on TBS or whatever, are they still doing that? It's like 24 hours of Christmas Story. The musical is based on, obviously, the movie, but it is different and the music is really fantastic. So that's one not to be missed. So if you're eligible age-wise to audition, highly recommend that you do that. Of course, that will be directed by our very own Jason Crespin. And let's go ahead and move on to our Volunteer of the Week. I just love that. It never gets old to me. Congratulations are in order for Anna Hill. Anna is one of our current Academy interns, is running spot op for waitress, and makes a point to come down every single show to check in and see if our front of house needs help with ushering in concessions. She is the epitome of selflessness and dedication, and ALT is so, so grateful to have her. Thank you so much, Anna. If you know her, let her know she's our Volunteer of the Week and just how much we love and appreciate her. Thank you so much, Anna, for everything that you're doing and making sure that those of us on stage for waitress can actually be seen. We need that with our spot up. So thank you very much for agreeing to do that and then going the extra mile and coming down and helping at intermission. You are a busy, busy person. We are so grateful for you. And let's keep going with some breaking Broadway news. Okay, this one felt very timely. It's the waitress reunion we've been waiting for. Check out a first look at Drew Gelling and Betsy Wolfe in And Juliet. Drew Gelling was, of course, the original Dr. Pomander in Waitress the Musical, and Betsy Wolfe took over at some point for Jessie Mueller or Sarah Bareilles, or I don't know the timing, but she played Jenna at some point in the show on Broadway. So very excited for them. Willkommen! Here's your first look at Adam Lambert and Ali Cravalho. You may know her as Moana, but they are now starring in the Kit Kat Club on Broadway in New York. Very, very excited for that. These pictures are so cool. And there's a video too online if you catch it. I'm either on Broadway World or playbill.com. That's really cool of her. That costuming is next level. I love it so, so much. Also, the star-studded initial casting for Cult of Love has been announced, including Zachary Quinto, Shailene Woodley, Barbie Ferreira, and more. So exciting. And before we get to our special guest for today, I have, Megan, wait. Megan's very proud of Anna Hill. She says, go Anna. We're so excited for you, Anna. And thank you for your comment, Megan. Before we get going, I have a very special video that Raquel helped me with. And I made a couple edits too, Raquel. I hope that's okay. There was a little mishap during one of our final dress rehearsals for Waitress. Just a slight little ooh, I could sit here all day and talk about it. But you don't want that. I'm just going to show you. Let's go to the videotape.
You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, let me tell you. Sometimes you rehearse a move in a show 37 times, and the 38th time, it just doesn't go as planned.
Join us at ALT.
Yeah, come support ALT.
What baking can do.
I'm not even going to wait any longer because they're dying back there. Please welcome choreographer Beth Alexander and director Jason Crespi.
I love that you added the Sarah Bareilles saying, come join us at ALT at the end of that.
I mean, Sarah Bareilles endorses it fully, I'm sure.
The crazy thing is about that night is we had two cameras randomly recording. Raquel was recording, that's mostly her shot, and then I had a wide angle. And Gracie, who's on the other side of the stage, collapses to the floor because one, she was in pain for him, but also we were all laughing. I mean, we died, stopped the show for 3 minutes because we were all laughing so hard. We made sure he was okay. But then we couldn't stop laughing. It was epic because that never happened ever in any of the rehearsals. Second to last rehearsal, it happened.
Crazy. Harrison's thrilled that we shared that. How dare you? Malia says, ooh, ouch. Gracie, I love Harrison so much, but I couldn't stop laughing.
No.
Raquel, it's so beautiful. Bobby McCauley, I'm so glad there's video of this. I could hear it in the pit, but didn't know what happened. Yeah. You're welcome, Bobby. I'm glad we got you a visual. Terry Wilson is dead. She's dead.
We were joking that he was going to be singing soprano the rest of the night after that.
If that happens again, Harrison, now you know. Just sing a little higher in the next time you come on.
Option up for the tag.
Okay, I am so grateful. Jason, I'm so glad to have you back on. Beth, I'm so glad to have you on today. Number one, I just want to say, and I feel like I can speak for the entire cast when I say what a brilliant job you have done with this choreography. It's not only is it beautiful to look at, but it is fun to do.
Awesome. Thank you.
It is so fun to do. The rehearsals were so much fun. I also just really appreciate not just your level of professionalism, but your positivity and joy through the entire process. It made it so much fun to look forward to coming to rehearsals. Watching you work is really magical. You're just so great at what you do. And I'm so glad that ALT has you on board.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Nice. I'm not the only one that feels that way. I'm one of many, but just saying that out loud. So Jason and Beth, do we want to go ahead and fill in our audience today on something new that's going to be happening tonight on stage?
Yeah, so live theater, the show must go on type of mentality, right? So one of our amazing performers, sadly Joshua Gibson, is ill tonight and will not be able to be in the show tonight. And so the show must go on. And so it takes two people to cover Joshua Gibson in this show.
That's how important he is.
That's how important he is. Yep. And so for tonight's show, September 19th, Beth and I are going into the show, which is crazy. It's funny because honestly, we're the two people who, once the show starts, we don't have a job. Like we watch from the back. Every now and then I'll run around to like help fix something or check on something, or if a toilet's messing up, I gotta go to the lobby, things like that. Like, busy with that, making sure intermission and doors are shut and all that stuff. But when it comes to like the actual show, like the jobs of people, like everyone has a job but us. So when we realized that Joshua sadly wouldn't be able to go in tonight, Beth knows the choreography. I know at least the wedding dance choreography because I did that one, and I know the blocking and the movement of the scene change stuff. And so me and Beth are going to the show tonight, which will be really, really kind of fun for us. Kind of like one of those, like, everyone be on your toes and make sure to help us. We've kind of split the show in half. Beth starting it off, and then I take some of the middle of Act 1, and then she finishes Act 1. And then I start Act 2, and then we're both in the wedding scene. Because there's some things that have to be done by a male actor on stage for the gag to work or for the moment to work. And then there's other stuff that I'm like, yeah, I don't know that, Beth. I don't know that choreo, obviously. And then Beth will end the show. So we'll be back and forth a little bit, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so much fun. Are there any nerves associated, like, you hear about something, obviously you're both prepared for something like this to happen just naturally because you know the show so well, but do you feel is it nerves or is it more adrenaline?
For me, I think it's more adrenaline. Like, I'm just honestly excited. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that Josh is sick. Like, I hate it, but I'm really excited to get to be on stage with everybody. And I was telling Jason yesterday, I was like, I think it's funny. And in Magic Circle last weekend, I was like, not gonna lie, like, I really wish I was in this show. And I was like, I didn't mean for someone to get sick so I could be in the show. Like,
you tempted fate, Beth.
Watching in the back, but
Yeah.
Beth should have been saying, I wish I won the lottery that day, because I'm telling you.
Yeah. I said the wrong thing.
Who knows where you'd be right now?
Well, and Beth, remind us, what was your last time on stage?
Shrek.
Okay, it was Shrek. That's right.
So it's been a minute.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Malia, you jinxed Josh. No.
The last time I was on stage was also filling in for somebody who was sick. I stepped in as Big Julie the opening weekend of Guys and Dolls. So that was the last time I was remotely on stage.
COVID related.
Yeah, and then really with the time before that was, I guess, Newsies. When Beth and we got to be in Newsies together, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting show. I mean, like I said, Beth and I mean, we know the show the best because we watch it every night. Obviously, we directed and choreographed it. I'm excited for Beth because as a choreographer, sometimes you just wish you could do your own choreography, like on stage, because it's just like, looks a lot of fun and stuff like that. So I'm excited for Beth to get to do that. And yeah, just be fun to, I get to, for example, dance the wedding with you, Annika, tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah. A little reminiscing moment for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'll try not to like do extra lifts with you like I did at your actual wedding.
Yeah, we don't want to stand out. We don't want to steal focus. Okay. Malia says, sounds like Rock of Ages. That was crazy how many got sick. I'd forgotten about that.
I stepped in for me. In fact, one of the weekends, one of our actors wasn't going to be there the third weekend. So we were already kind of planning on me and the choreographer of that show also going in, Rachel Dawson. And so then, but there was one night where like 2 hours before the show, we found out that the actor was sick. And so luckily, Rachel obviously knew all the choreography and I knew all the scenes. And so we went in and played that role. So it's not been and Beth, in fact, had to go in very, very last minute, like right before Magic Circle of Legally Blonde, when we had an actress get very ill and had to leave the theater. And so we kind of modified the show a little bit. And then Beth went in as the the JetBlue pilot and the like different things like that. Yeah, it was hilarious. So Beth and I have been very much in the sense where it's like ready to go in just in case kind of moments.
I was saying, Broadway has swings, community theater has directors and choreographers.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh
my gosh. So I have to ask you both. I know that this has been a real labor of love, this show. Do you feel sad to let it go?
I do. I mean, I'm gonna miss the diner. I mean, just walking through the theater and seeing our beautiful diner, it's like, I'm gonna miss it on Monday when it's no longer there. I'm gonna miss, pies, everything pie related. This has been such a special show, and I'm excited, that it opened our 97th main stage season. So yeah, I am gonna miss it. I think it's been a great cast, a great crew, the production team. Deanna Hurt, like. I saw her today when she was dropping off pies for intermission, and I was like, I missed you, Deanna. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do next week when I don't, after Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pass? I call it the post-show blues on Thursday. Because, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but we're used to not being, during a run of a show, we're used to not seeing each other Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It's that Thursday. When that Thursday hits and you're like, aren't I supposed to be somewhere? Aren't I supposed to be doing something? I mean, Arsenic and Old Lace has been rehearsing past couple of days on our stage, and they'll rehearse at the Adventure Space tonight. They'll move fully in on Monday to start that, more rehearsals, and the set will start getting built, and the next show will come on in. But yeah, this show for sure will hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah. What about you, Beth?
I agree. I'm definitely gonna miss it. This has honestly been one of my favorite shows to work on. Like just the cast and the camaraderie and just how it's just been so much fun. It's been a breath of fresh air and just being creative in a different way because the choreography and the style of the show is so different from, Academy shows in which I choreograph all the time, And so just being able to be creative in a different way and to get to work with adults, it's been fun too. So
and this cast has been so fast about they were learning stuff so quickly. Beth would text me, she's like, we're already done with the dances because they learned it so fast. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. 3-hour rehearsal turned into a 2-hour rehearsal because they got done so quickly. It's like, that's great.
Yeah,
we did go home early a lot.
Yeah,
even in my blocking rehearsals. Yeah, I mean, some of those blocking rehearsals, it was like, okay, we ran at 2. Let you guys go home. It was like, we're done. So that was really nice.
Note to future casts: the more you absorb and get to work right away, the earlier you get to go home.
Yeah,
100%. That work, putting in that work so much early on. I mean, with scene transitions, all that stuff, let us have such a great, tech rehearsal week for sure.
Yeah. Harrison says, I'm going to miss watching this incredible show from the wings every night. It is so one of those shows where you find yourself drawn out of the dressing room and into the wings to watch things that you don't want to miss. That is definitely true.
I feel like I should maybe charge Harrison half a ticket because, I mean, I think he watches the show more than he's in the show.
I mean, he has about an hour to wait once the show starts before he sees the light of the stage. So,
Princess Trek for sure. At one point, I leaned over last weekend. I leaned over to Beth and was like, and can you believe it? Harrison has yet to even be on stage. All of this great stuff had already happened. And then he comes in second to last scene in Act 1.
And lights everything on fire in the best possible way.
And steals the show, becomes the star of the show. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, and I love that this show was written that way because I feel like Ogie's entrance is perfectly timed. Because you've had this dose of you've gotten a mix of joy and laughter, but it's not doubled over in stitches laughter. It's and great music and a little bit of drama. And then Ogie comes in and it's you need it at that
point. 100%. I think that the peaks and valleys of this show are so well written because it has the audience laughing. And then the next scene can break your heart and it gets you prepared for that scene. And then, redemption happens and things like that. But you're exactly right. The character of Ogie was much needed for this show for it to work. If not, I think people would have been even more depressed going into, intermission, if you will, or even the end of the show. And so kudos to the writing team on this show. And I know you guys talked about this, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, but man, had had Waitress opened a week early or a year earlier or a year later, I think it would have swept so many of the awards because it was up against Hamilton, and so it didn't have that big of a chance. But for it to still be nominated for so many things and still get recognized, I think it would have been a huge slam dunk on the award season had it not been up against Hamilton.
I agree. And when you really, I'm sure Jennifer would agree with this, when you really dig into the music lyrically, the lyrics are so smart, the way that they're written. Obviously, the music is very difficult, and Sarah Bareilles is, I think, a total genius. But the lyrics, especially, just the way that it's written, there's such intelligent lyrics that further the plot of the story, and it's such a great way to feel all of the things in a 2.5-hour time span. You're not beaten over the head with drama. There are heavy themes in this show, but they're peppered in just the right way, in my opinion. It's not like you're sitting in a chair and you're just like, the tide is rushing over you with drama. It's not like that at all. It definitely, there's integrity with how the drama of the show is written. It doesn't, negate the drama by having someone like Harrison's character on stage. But it's just so well written that way.
I luckily, over the summer when I got to actually talk to Sarah about the show, she was talking about how she was just, when she was writing the show, she could not wait for community audiences or community theaters to do the show. Like she just, I think, had that in her about, community theater. And so it's one of those things where it's like, man, there's a line of the show that says that the pie shop is off Highway 27. And it's like, Interstate 27 is literally right there. So and so it's just one of those perfect shows where it's like, it's so well written, it's so us, it's so modern, where it's, there's not a 5-minute overture and a 3-minute, encore of a song or whatever. It's just so well done that modern audiences can pick this up and consume it really, really well, I think.
Yeah. Jason, what would you say to someone who maybe has seen some of our content warnings for the show and is afraid, like, oh, I'm not sure, because I was talking about this with Harrison earlier. That's the problem with content warnings. We feel like we have a responsibility to our patrons to let you know somewhat what's going to be going on in the show. But there's also kind of a hiccup with that where you might overwarn people where they get afraid. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about the content.
Yeah, so I think it's a double-edged sword. I think had we not sent out any warnings, we would have a lot more people in the audience and then a lot more people upset with us.
Yeah.
But because we did send out warnings, people are definitely hesitant, but I think their imagination is taking it far worse than what the show really is. We have people leaving our theater going, why did you send a content warning? Like, what? Like, there was nothing. Like, some of our online reviews have been like, fantastic show, one of the best shows. Didn't see why you needed to send out the content warning, or the content was perfect. I mean, we do have some people who are like, that should have been over at the Adventure Space, like that shouldn't have been on the main stage. Well, we're no longer associating just the Adventure Space with, adult themed shows. We just had Sense and Sensibility there. That was a perfectly fine show for every audience to see. We're looking at our stages now more so for the audience. Like, where can we have the best audience for a show? If it's a smaller show, then it's going to be at the Adventure Space. If it needs a big show or big audience, then it's going to be here on the main stage. My biggest advice for everyone, if somebody's who's like, I really want to support this, everyone's telling me it's a great show, I really want to see it, I'm just nervous, give us a call, y'all, at the box office. Just call 806-355-9991. And if they're busy, call, get transferred to me. I will tell you specifically, like, there are 2 F-bombs in the show. There is the use of the GD word in song and one time when it's spoken. There's a time when literally, for comedic effect, that there's sexual encounters or sexual situations, but that are for hilarious purposes. They're not like, oh my gosh, obscene. There's no nudity. There's nothing like that. They're just for comedic purposes. But if you're like that's what we've kind of sent out in the email for anyone who has tickets. But if you're like, I need to know a little bit more, I will gladly tell you, this is the moment. I will spoil the show, not spoil the show, but spoil those moments, saying, this is what Jenna does. This is what, Becky sings, or this is what Earl says in the line when he's really upset. Like, we would rather you come in knowing exactly what you're going to see and feel more comfortable that way than one missing out on an amazing show that people are literally saying one of the best shows they've seen at ALT. They cannot believe this is local talent. People are coming back 2 or 3 times. We have somebody who's coming back now for a 3rd time this weekend to see the show.
Wow.
That's how much they're loving it. They're loving our partnership with Family Support Services, how we're basically helping people acknowledge that if there's any problem that they see, that they now have resources and a phone number that they can call for a hotline. I mean, it's huge. We're doing great things. I swear, y'all, this would not have run on Broadway and been a huge success had it been any sort of inappropriate or
Shock value theater.
Exactly. Yes. Like Broadway would not have run for so long.
No.
We have it 13 and 13 plus because of all of those things that I mentioned. Also, there's a Prime Video. They pro shot the show with Sarah Bareilles before it closed on Broadway, and the rating on that is 13 plus. Like we're doing the exact same thing that they're doing on that. So we're not adding anything. We've not exploited anything, but we're certainly not going to dumb it down because we want to stay true to the work and we want to stay true to what was written, and it works. And so call us, y'all. If you're just worried, if you're like, I think my teenage, kids would love it, but I'm really worried, call us. We will gladly tell you, this is what happens in Act 2, Scene 2. This is what happens, with a pie. This is what happens with this language. Or there might be people who get triggered because there's an extramarital affair on stage. We'll tell you. We'll make sure you guys fully understand what is involved. But I got to tell everyone, when you go see a movie, you see a trailer, you see the rating, and that's it. Do you go to the movie or do you call the studio and say, I need to know more about this? You don't have that luxury to call the studio and say that. You have the luxury to call us at the box office and say, tell me exactly what, because I'm telling you, your imagination is taking it far worse than what you're thinking it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we would rather you have all the information and come see a spectacular show.
I will say this won't be right for everybody, but my 7-year-old came on Sunday afternoon and absolutely loved it. Loved it. If that, it might tell you something good or something bad about me. I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, I have a 13-year-old, and I mean, she loves the show. She's literally seen every one. So I think you're right, Jason, that sometimes our imagination can take over and make it worse than it is, because it's really not. And some of the moments are actually funny. They're funny moments. They're moments. Yeah. And
I mean, we've done Sweeney Todd on this stage where people were getting killed in blood and being baked into different types of pies, but also pies. And no one had a complaint about that show. We've done, I call it the best little warehouse in Texas. That was when I was Academy director. We did that show twice, and far more interesting choreography and movement on stage. And it's on this stage, and here's the deal: we know Waitress isn't for everyone. We know ALT shows aren't for everyone. That's why we got Charlotte's Web. That's why we have Christmas Story. That's why we have these great shows that are coming down the pike for everyone. We would just hate for somebody to miss out on Waitress because you're a little worried about the content. Give us a call. I promise you, we will take care of you. We will tell you. We will make you feel more comfortable. And if it's not for you, that is okay. 100% okay. My opinion is the more information, the better. That's why we send out the content information. And again, we don't want to scare anyone off, but we would rather have somebody know more information than feel surprised and upset sitting in the audience.
Absolutely. And guess what? You can get your season tickets and not use them for shows that you think might not be right for you. That's what's so great about our season ticket packages. I'll put our season up here. Look at the season. If you think it would be better for you to see Arsenic and Old Lace, a classic, Christmas Story, the musical, Dreamgirls, whatever you think might be right for you, we have all of these season ticket packages. You can use them however you want to. It comes with a certain amount of tickets. Use them for the shows that you want to see. You can get your tickets
unlike
all the
other
way up to December 31st.
Yes, exactly. Unlike other places, you're not locked in to the second Friday of every run and you have to be there at these seats. No, it's all your tickets are like in a bank. and you can access them whenever you want to, for whatever show you could go. Oh, Malia says, please go see Waitress. It's so empowering. Thank you, Malia. And Malia, that's a parent. She brought her daughter, and in my opinion, for example, my nephew's 12, and if they wanted to come see the show, I would be like, yep, because it also sparks great conversations of like, look, this is what some other people, like, their situation at home is like, or this is obviously just a stage production, and this is, used for humor in this one moment, and XYZ. I mean, sadly, so many things are far worse in a high school setting alone, you know what I mean? But
it's true.
But anyway.
It's true. Meredith says Waitress is amazing. Thank you so much, Meredith. We're excited to see you guys again on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, they're all coming. Is so exciting.
Yeah, they've got a big group coming. I love that.
We're so excited. They're doing a full ladies' night. We cannot wait for these incredible women to come and see the show. Harrison says, I love doing this show in Amarillo because we aren't Yankees pretending to have Southern hospitality. It's in our bones.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so talk to me a little bit from y'all's perspective about this cast, about our incredible band, our incredible backstage singers, the dedication that's required to produce a show like this, the dedication that's sort of required from every department, and what you guys think about that.
We lucked out. I mean, we have people on our crew and backstage vocalists and kind of all over the place that auditioned for the show and didn't see their name on the cast list. They were like, we still want to be involved in some capacity. Our backstage vocalists were on the cast list, but our crew members that still want to be a part of it, that's huge. That's huge for us for someone to say, look, I still want to be a part in some capacity. How can I help? And I think that's something to be said about them and about our organization and about this show as well. Not many places, I'm telling you guys. I just, for example, bought tickets for another theater that were much more expensive than these tickets, that don't have probably as that offered paid for me to also have to pay for the parking. I was like, "Buh." I'm telling you right now, for us, and we have a live band, amazing band led by Jennifer Akins. Having that live orchestra, that live band out of that pit is just so amazing. Andrew, who's running our sound, I mean, not to put anything out there, but our patrons who came and saw Waitress, who saw the touring production a couple years back at the Civic Center, they said, some of them were like, the sound was just not as great. They couldn't hear certain things. They're coming to our theater going, man, I can hear everything great, and loving the show. So our sound is fantastic. The band is fantastic. The set's fantastic. The costumes are fantastic. The talent, all of that's fantastic. And the most you might spend is $30 for a Friday or Saturday evening ticket, like for an adult ticket. I'm telling you right now, that's the best value in town for the quality that you're getting. I mean, honestly, our show, if we took it and put it just in any other location, sadly, those ticket prices would be at least double. And so we want to keep these costs low to you guys. So come keep supporting our theater. The people deserve these great audiences.
Yes. And if you're a Producer Circle member, I feel like I have to talk about these Producer Circle perks every single week, because even though some of you, I'm beating you over the head with that we're trying to add new perks as often as we can. Producer Circle members, it's a $500 commitment over the course of 3 years. You don't have to pay it all at once. You can draft it monthly. We try to make it as easy for you as possible. You can pre-order your concessions. You can pre-order. So shows like Waitress that are offering incredible ruffled cup homemade pies, you can pre-order yours, and you don't have to wait in the line, and you don't have to worry about things being sold out. Huge.
And those lines are long. Yeah,
those lines are long. Like lines for this show, lines for Christmas Story intermission. Are you kidding? Academy, Charlotte's Web, and while we're talking about that, Producer Circle members can now reserve your Adventure Space seats. And that includes Academy shows that sell out every single performance, because everyone's mom and aunt and uncle and grandparent and friend and sister and brother and everyone wants to come and see their kids in the show. Those intermission lines, crazy. Those concession lines at intermission, so long. You don't have to worry about that. And you get to reserve your seats at the Adventure Space, which I talked about it with Lightning Thief. In 105-degree weather, there's parents an hour before the house opens wrapped around the building waiting to get in. Yes, absolutely. And so now if you're a Producer Circle member, the box office will write your name on a card, put it on the seat, and you don't have to worry about it. You can walk in 10 minutes before the show starts And what VIP treatment.
It is. It really is. It's a great idea. One of our producer circle members had that idea, and I was like, "Yep, please, let's do that. That's great." And all of that goes to production funding to help us keep our costs low. I mean, people think, "Oh, Drowning Girls probably wasn't that expensive to produce." Guess what? All that lumber, a lot. It's expensive.
Yeah.
All of the piping for the showers and all of the weatherproofing, and I mean, it all adds up. So sometimes it might not look like it's an expensive show, but man, the cost of everything else is rising. We need as many producer circle members as we can to keep producing this great theater.
It's so true. And that's all. If you become a producer circle member, the monthly fee that's drafted is just a hair more than the cost of one ticket to see a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ticket. It's like $42 a month.
Yeah.
So just think about it. Terry Wilson says, and all of this created by local people, your family members, your friends, your neighbors. Yes, Terry, preach. Your coworkers giving up 2 or 3 hours every night to prepare for these productions. And they are all really, really good. This theater is the best kind of unicorn. What a testimonial. You're hired, Terry Wilson.
But it's true. I mean, like Beth, for example, you're a teacher, you're a mom, you have all these responsibilities during the day, and then at some point have to figure out choreography and somehow then figure out when to teach the cast this choreography. Like nobody's just handing this book to you going, this is what you need to teach everyone. Like you have to spend time and energy coming up with all of that. That's huge.
That's what makes these shows extra special.
Oh, Beth, I think you're still muted. There you
Sorry,
go.
I was muted. Yeah, I mean, I think too, that is what makes community theater just to me better than, because it's people who want to be there because they're giving up their time with their family, with being home, with all of these things to produce these incredible shows because they love it. It comes from a place of passion and love, which it's huge. And that just makes it so much fun to be a part of it and to be on the creative side, to work with people who are so passionate and so excited about the story they're telling and about just what they're doing. And so I think that's been one of my favorite things about this cast in particular is that I feel like everybody in the cast is actually very passionate about the story that Waitress is telling. Even down to the ensemble members, like we've talked about, even in Magic Circle, like even just sitting at the booths, like the ensemble has like made these backstories of their characters and like why they're sitting at the booth in that particular scene. Like we have one couple that's like fighting, they walk in and they're mad at each other, right? And so like it's just been so fun with this cast because of the passion and the excitement that they brought to every single rehearsal. And there's just been no drama, which has been so nice. Like it's like just been so smooth and just so uplifting to be a part of this show and to be a part of this production team. So that's what I would say to that. So everybody become a season ticket member, get those tickets and come watch the show. Because if you haven't seen it yet, you are missing out. It's so good.
Haven't seen Jason and Beth make their Waitress debut tonight.
Yeah, come tonight and watch us.
Come get a
ticket. We've got tickets for you. Come get your ticket and come see them shine on stage because
I mean, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be on the stage, so come see.
Never know.
At least part of
yeah. Okay, any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
My final thoughts would just be, again, come see the show, y'all. Trust us. Trust us. We got you. We're taking care of you. Like Terry said, these amazing local people who are volunteering their time are phenomenal. We're one of the first community theaters to do this show. Like, we're doing everything. What else more do you want from us? What else more do you want from us? Giving you great theater before anyone else, charging you less than anyone else, giving you free parking, all the things, right? We have pie, Deanna Hurt and the Ruffle Cup, her team. We have pie in the lobby. What else do you want? Please tell me, what else do you want? Because we're giving everything. We're giving everything to you.
It's true. It's true. We're so excited to share this show with our community 4 more times, 4 more chances to see the show. Come and see it if you haven't already. Bring someone who's never been to the theater before. We want to share this show with as many people as possible. Get new people, new faces into ALT. yeah, we're so excited to have one more weekend of this fantastic show. Megan says we can't wait, and I'm free to taste test all the pies. Oh, Prego Live. Oh my gosh. We're so happy for you, Megan. Yeah, so come and see the show. We are having such a great time. It's our 97th season. Come be a part of our 97th season. Yeah, get your tickets to see Waitress. If you've already seen it and aren't coming back, we're so grateful that you came and saw it. Thank you for supporting ALT, and be on the lookout for Arsenic and Old Lace, Charlotte's Web, Christmas Story, and so much more coming in our 97th season. We're so pumped.
Come see the show tonight, 7:30. Come get tickets at the door.
Yes. Okay, you guys have a great weekend, great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you two tonight on stage. Can't wait. And we'll see you next week on Thursdays at 3. And stay tuned for ALT in 3 on Monday for everything you need to know that's happening at ALT in just 3 minutes. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.